Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining us. You know what? It's May the 4th, and I had some fun thinking about that earlier on today when I said, May the 4th be with you, when posted the little character that my daughter just absolutely loves, that little baby Yoda. I mean, we have so much fun amongst our family sharing that picture of that character when he's doing all kinds of stuff, showing up late for work and making funny comments. Those of you that aren't familiar with them, look up Baby Yoda somewhere in Google. And is that what it is, Nancy? Baby Yoga? Yoda? Crazy. Anyways, we've been in New York City since Monday, my wife and I, with her best friend and their husband. And we've been touring this amazing city. It's the first time we've really done this, first time for my wife. And man, it opens your eyes. It opens your eyes to potential, opens your eyes to really a lot of what we are. How many people are out there is what my wife was just saying. I mean, just the masses of people that are walking the streets here with all the lights, 24/7, just, going by the big arenas and stadium and Yankee, everything that's about this city just kind of lends itself to part of what CollectRec's all about. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight. And, let me just say that, we're not guaranteeing anything. We're not guaranteeing you can make $1 here. We're just saying that you've got a chance, and you've got a chance to get some incredible collectibles that have been, put on, safe places for the last 40 years by our CEO, Dave Jordan, who's considered to be one of the top collectors in the world. And some have called him the GOAT, a greatest of all time. In fact, there's a Netflix series out right now that's perfect timing, actually, The King of Collectibles, that is really something you can kind of watch and get your head around this industry. I mean, I've spent some time here now. My name, for those of you that don't know me, is Don Carson. I'm very fortunate to have my wife and I being chosen as the master distributors of this company worldwide. And we've been, behind the scenes working with Dave on the launch and the web development and the compensation plan. And, every time I do these every week, I always say we're so much closer. But, I do get calls from everybody, and I just want to share the calls I do get from folks that say, don't let us launch until you're ready, because we know how big this is going to be. And that's Dave's philosophy. He is definitely holding on to the last second to make sure that all the T's, I's are dotted. Part of the process for me has been a big learning, actually, because the amount of moving parts that go into this type of industry when it comes to developing a website and a compensation plan, and then, of course, the banking that goes with it when we're talking about merchant accounts, and then the communication between the banking, the inventory, the shippers, the receivers, and so on. It's not quite the typical distribution channel. In fact, when you think about distribution, I'm familiar with that because I'm a traditional business man. I've been in the wholesale space where I bought product, marked it up 25%, sold it to a retail store. They then mark it up 50% and sell it to the end user. I've been in that space of wholesale to retail. I've also been on the shopping channel, so I understand the direct to market, larger margin where you eliminate the middleman. I've been in that kind of industry. Most recently, I ended up acquiring a retail chain and a restaurant wedding pavilion. And the crazy thing is I didn't know anything about any of the actual industry of that. So getting started in that was an eye-opener. I mean, it was an eye-opener because it cost us millions of dollars, my wife and I. Because prior to that, we had sold one of our companies to a traded New York Stock Exchange company for millions of dollars. And you know what? I just said, what am I going to do when I grow up? And I wanted to get into some other things. And you get started in things you don't know about, and it can be a challenge. So I only share that with you for one reason. Timing is really important in business today. And as we look at business today, it's changing rapidly around us. Part of that is because of the internet. Let's be honest. Dave Jordan, our CEO, back in 1998 was going to launch this concept. I think it was called 21 Century Collectibles. And he had a great idea, and he thought this was going to be the way to go to the market, which is another distribution channel, which is the direct selling space, or the MLM industry. Some would call it the network marketing industry, and where people share products. And in the collectible space, it's more about wants. It's more about the things that you want, that you go after, rather than the things that you need. Now, you may say you need a Wayne Gretzky rookie card, or you may say you need a Johnny Cash autographed something or other, and that's fine. But most people in this industry want it. So if you go on and to Google and say, okay, for example, what's the collectible industry's estimated value going forward? It's in the $1 trillion mark over the next 8 years that they expect that the values that are going to be trading on the world market will reach $1 trillion. And that's the space we're in. And ladies and gentlemen, we're the only ones doing this. We're the originator. We're the category creator of a company doing the direct marketing approach to collectibles. And why I want you to get your head around that is because once you understand that there's so many people out there that collect things, the opportunity is amazing. And that opportunity can come from you just asking a simple question. Hey, did you ever collect anything when you were a kid? And you'll be surprised to hear stories of things that people might have had that they would have thrown away by accident and wish they would have kept. I've got friends that have had floods and lost everything in a flood and wish they would have them because they're seeing the values of those things going up, like Pokemon, for example, cards, which I didn't know a whole lot about, but I'm sure learning lots about now because Dave's got millions of them. When we talk about category creator, the most important thing to recognize for each and every one of you is a term that I learned many years ago in business, which is a unique selling proposition. In business today, if you have a unique selling proposition, you usually have a chance to be successful because it's different than other things out there. That's why it's unique. Now, when you get into the collectible space in this direct selling industry, which I like to call direct sharing, because really what we're going to be doing in our space is sharing our websites and our links and getting people excited to go and find what they want. But the most important thing is it's a category of distribution, this marketing challenge that we all are going into here, which is the challenge of just sharing links and letting people see what we have. And if they want it, go and buy it. And then you get paid. That's the simple concept of direct sales and direct marketing and the MLM industry. Now, there's companies that have been around in this industry for 80, 90 years, the Amways of the world and so on. And they're multi-billion dollar companies. We're just this little company that's debt-free day one because our CEO has amassed millions and millions of dollars, millions and millions of individual cards, graded, signed, autographed, jerseys, everything you can imagine in the sports industry. The NASCAR collection he has is probably his largest. He's got 2 to 3 million comic books. He just bought 45 little vinyl records, 45,000 to add to the others. He's amassing categories for each and every one of you to point, click, and share. And that's our marketing model, point, click, and share. And when I share the slides that I'm going to get to after my guest, you'll get your picture. You'll get a picture of what we're really doing here. But I wanted to paint that picture for you to all get your head around why this is so exciting for most of you that have been, following us now for the 4 months that we've led to this May date where we're at here. It's because we're a unique selling proposition in the world, first to market, category creator. And that's the difference between this and the 800 other companies out there that are sharing potions and lotions with a different label, some sort of a different ingredient or a different company name because the other one closed. That's not us. We're out of the gate debt free. Now, I want to bring a guest on, and it's important for me to share with you. Jayce, come off mute, and we'll just make sure you're live with me when you get a chance here. So just say hello, my friend.
Hello.
Perfect. So guys, so most of you, don't understand, the pro hockey arena maybe. And this is something I wanted to do tonight and bring on a young guy that was drafted in the NHL, has played professionally, earns money in the National Hockey League. He's played on 4 different teams in the league. He was drafted originally by the Florida Panthers, 32nd overall. What year was that, Jayce? That your draft year?
2014, I believe.
2000. And then I like to think about, you were traded like hockey cards, right? You went from Florida to Vancouver Canucks, and then you went to Ottawa Senators. You played over in Sweden. Prior to that, under 18 gold medal with Canada, playing on that team. And now you're in the New Jersey Devil farm system and playing currently in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, correct.
Now, why is it important to have you on tonight? Because I met you the other night through one of my best friends, Donnie Bazant. You're a collector and you love this space, yet you're a pro hockey player. So I thought it would be great for everybody to hear a young professional hockey player share his excitement about what we're doing here and just, where you got to this point where you want to be in this space, but you're also still playing and earning a paycheck in the hockey industry.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, first and foremost. But Yeah, I've been a collector ever since I was young. Whether it had been Pokemon cards, hockey cards, jerseys, football jerseys. I just always, found value in holding a piece of history. So I just always been in the space, and I'm still in the space, and I'm still looking out there for rare jerseys or jerseys that no one else has, or there's a limited quantity. I just I find something very special in that. So when I heard about
get a guest on there.
Sorry, just whoever that was, just mute yourself up there, okay? And keep going, Jayce.
Yeah, no. So when I heard about what you guys were launching and attempting to do here, I just realized the passion that I have for the type of industry I'm into for collecting, mostly sports, but shoes is a big one for me. And now I've started to get into putters. I'm looking at trying to get some putters that Tiger Woods has used back in the day, because I just remember being a young kid sitting with my dad Sunday, always watching Tiger. So just things that link you back to your childhood, or give you memories, and I find a lot of value in them. So when I heard about what you guys were doing, I really thought about it, and I was like, how cool would it be to be able to go to a reliable, credible website and have options of all sorts of things you have a passion for. So there's just like you said, there's so many people out there in this world. Every friend I have is a collector of some sort. Everyone's different into different things, which is cool. But I think just every item has a story and a conversation. And, I think that's the coolest thing about it. And you see with, like you said, how media is growing nowadays. There's new shows coming out all the time that, you can see behind the scenes of professional athletes in the NASCAR, the golf. And I feel like that just is only driving the value of a lot of these items for people. Because people can kind of see the hard work and all the things that go into these things. It just makes it cool holding a piece of history. So, so I really like what you guys are trying to do. I know there's just sports is a tiny part of this industry. It really is. And I just think it's so cool. And I'm looking forward to learning more and hearing more about it. But that's kind of like how I, view the space is collectibles. And like I said, pretty much every friend I have is a collector of some sort. And I just find it really cool learning about what they're into, or, trading pieces of history with each other, or you name it. It's something really interesting.
Other things other than sports, that eBay was originally started with Pez dispensers. That's how eBay started. And today eBay has, I think it's 135 million customers in their database that buy from them. Can you imagine, Select Direct now being in the space we are with the categories we're launching, how many customers we can get to come to your links for all of us and share that. So we're going to learn a little about that today. I'm going to take about 15 minutes and go through a presentation to show everybody how that works. But Jayce, I congratulate you. You've got a gold medal. You played on some great NHL teams, still playing. But you know what? You told me the other day you had a flood. You lost a bunch of your collectibles that you guys had, and that again is why this is so fascinating, because a lot of what was in the past is gone in the garbage for people. And so there's rare things out there that Dave's held on to that he's releasing for all of us to share. So Jayce, we'll have you on again. I appreciate it. I know you've signed a bunch of cards in the past, and I'm sure Dave's going to be looking for your cards in his collections. And we'll see you when our big first event is in maybe during the summer when you're off training, right?
Look forward to it, Don. Thanks for having me.
Take care. So guys, listen, we've had pro hockey players in the past. You've got baseball players, tennis players, and so on. But, there's a young guy still playing that's just loving this. But what's fascinating is it's the past to the future. That's our story. That's what we're creating here. And I'm going to share with you on here a little bit of what and how this is going to work for all of you. So let me just get to my screen and share that for all of you. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this. I'm just going to look for somebody to give me a thumbs up right away to make sure that this presentation comes up. So just bear with me and it'll load up here. Okay, so anybody, Bob or Brett, just come off mute. Just say, hey, yep, you can see that. So I don't go and talk without you guys all seeing it.
We can see it, Don.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Okay, awesome. Okay, listen, folks, this is some new stuff you're going to see today. And when I say to you, we're getting ready, we are closer than you think. In fact, Dave called me and said, hey, the merchant folks said to him, we're ready. And we're waiting for a couple more pieces on our website for you to see tonight. Okay, so let me just start sharing with you as you go into the pages of this and the different categories that will be available, where you can join your team You can see how our program is going to work. It's that simple, right? So these are some of the categories that are going to be available. And as I move down here, and I just want to move this out of the way here so I can get to the bottom. As I move down here and move to the next page, it's absolutely the same in mobile. Okay, so mobile is bigger than desktop. So we have an incredible mobile story for all of you to share as well. And then as you move into the simple sort of how does this work and what do people have to do to get started, we're going to keep it simple. It's going to be, click on a category that you're interested in. And currently we have 7. He's about to add an 8th, and we expect to have, upwards of 25 different categories, by the end of the summer. But, there's going to be sizes of packs that you can pick, and each one of those will, give you a chance to be able to get into our comp plan if you choose. But again, what if you just want to be a customer? We have that now. We're launching with that as well. And so our page will be a lot like an eBay, where you can go there, find what you want, search what you want, and you can find the $29, the $59, or the $119 items. And they'll be, broken down in categories that you can search from in baseball or hockey or toys, and pick those items. Dave's really excited about the $29.98 category because, to be honest with you, you as an individual, if you want to make money, you're going to make $5 US just off of that $29.98 purchase of a customer. But I always have fun with that because I remember the Pizza Hut commercials, $5, $5. And I can see so many people just having fun sharing their links with friends and family around the world. They'll find something those folks want and they buy it. And this product is licensed, so it can ship around the world. So it makes it pretty straightforward to basically ship this anywhere. And, you'll set your information up. You'll establish yourself with a username. There's only one username available per individual. So once it's gone, so nobody can get that one, right? So it's unique to you. And so your unique selling proposition would be to take collectdirect.com/whatever your username, share that link to somebody and let them go and find what they want on our website of all of these thousands and thousands of items that are going to be available for them to purchase. And when you have a password in your account, you'll have a choice. Do you want to be a member or you just want to be a customer? We're setting that up. It was a little different than when we first looked at this. They want to have it so that a customer can come in and say, hey, I just want to be a customer. So if you're going to be a member, there's 3 packs available. You'll notice that it says coming soon in June for the 3 smaller packs. We're launching with our core group here that are with us now. And many of you are aware that we're manually entering you into our system currently. So if you want to be in that, make sure that whoever invited you to the Zoom can get your information there to either Dave or myself or Rick or somebody else that's entering, and we'll get your link set up. Now, we won't set up your password. We won't make your credit card go in there. That's not what we're doing right now. We're a couple of days away from you getting a link to say, hey, add your credit card, buy what you want. But initially, you're going to have one of these 3 packs right here, okay? And let me just explain briefly that this pack is the main pack, this one here that says $279.98. It's called a Team Builder Pack. There's 2 Team Builder Packs in a home run hitter, and there's 3 Team Builder Packs in a superstar. So our site, plus a bonus, by the way, that you'll get there, our site works like this. If you're a superstar, you have to pick 3 categories, and it'll highlight the 3 as you pick them. And you're going to basically get 3 of the $279 packages of the different collectibles. And notice that the packages listed over here on the right-hand side will have a number of different vintage items that you'll get that are certainly worth the value that you're getting. But what's really interesting is that there's packs in there called wax packs. And if you've been following out any of these shows out there called box breaks or things like that, where people are opening up these wax packs and looking for treasures, they're getting hundreds of thousands of viewers on these podcasts. And that's where the value can be, because you just never know what's inside that 1988 or 99 or 81 wax pack. In fact, Dave has 28 1952 wax packs that could have a Mickey Mantle in it. And he plans on opening that up live on a podcast later on this year, where we expect to have millions of people viewing to see if he gets a Mickey Mantle that could be worth, we don't know. The last one sold for $12.5 million. But can you imagine? and he's going to give away prizes and collect data on that will be all for you, where we'll share those leads, where people can actually get entered into that podcast with your link and invited with your link. And if they're interested, you'll get the benefit of them being in your account. And, each of these collections will have stars and graded items and signed autographed things, like, for example, Matt Williams rookie card signed. And if you think about the three categories, if it's hockey with, Connor McDavid rookie cards signed, or Wayne Gretzky Canada Cup cards signed, they're graded 10s. They go to eBay, look where the value is. It's amazing. He's actually going to go so far as to not even sort the Beanie Babies. He's got so many Beanie Babies that are what were called retired. That means they're never going to be made again. Some of them could be worth $300, $400, $500 to $1,000 because it could be the ones that people were searching for. And if you do your own research, Beanie Babies are going back through the roof. He's got Barbie dolls. He's got Star Wars. He's got Star Trek. He's got Gumby, Bozo the Clown. He's got toys and collectibles, millions and millions of these items that are being sorted into packs, and eventually will be categories for each and every one of you. Of course, albums and vinyl records and so on as well for each and every one of you. Okay, for example, when you look at this particular category here, 30 different retired Beanie Babies come in your $279 pack. True value for those of you that choose the Beanie Baby pack. If you pick the NASCAR pack, you're going to get those famous, race car drivers in there. The ones like Dale Earnhardt Sr. ISA 10 cards and 10 wax packs. Again, the wax packs are the key because those are the mystery. That's kind of like my wife says, it's like Willy Wonka and the golden ticket, right? You just don't know what's in there. Of course, we can't guarantee it, but you never know what you could get. So each of these packages will have very good value. This will have Tom Brady graded cards in there, Patrick Mahomes cards, for example. All of the things that people are aware of. Comic books. Can you imagine getting 150 mixed random comic books that were, the Supermans and the Batmans and so on? True value. If you understand the comic book industry, it's massive, right? And so we've got millions of comic books that he's been saving for the last 40 years. So you'll set up your address where you're going to send your collectible treasures. You'll enter your credit card eventually in the next couple of days or week. And if you choose, you can be on a monthly auto ship program with us, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. There's value to doing that because Dave's going to give a prize. He's going to call it a redemption, and everyone that's on an auto ship each month. Now that redemption, he believes he's willing to give away what could be sometimes up to thousands of dollars of items. Even if it was a $29.98 auto ship that you were doing for something you were buying, you're going to get a chance to get a redemption for people that regularly want to have their products shipped to them on a monthly basis. So it's fascinating how big this will be, because we're not just talking about sports, we're talking about toys and everything. And when I touch on this next little category here, I just want you to understand something. We're going to make this so visually entertaining for everybody that gets on there on their phones and on their iPads and on their desktops to pick categories. It's going to be our website's going to be so beautiful, and really understand the passion of Dave Jordan coming through from the last 40 years. That's his goal for all of you, is to really have this benefit that you can take advantage of. So let me just touch on, if I could, the compensation plan that Valentis, that Collectorect has amassed here. And those of you that understand network marketing, you'll get this. Those of you that don't, listen, you don't have to worry about anything because our comp plan does it all for you. You don't have to have a calculator out. You don't have to do anything. But I just want to touch on it. And over the next couple of weeks, there's a video being produced that will be done by professional people that are doing these types of things for us. But right now, let me just give you a quick summary of our comp plan and how you can make money here with this great company with millions and millions of items that are going to be at your disposal. When we talk about retail, that's where you buy something low and sell it at a markup. Well, for us, we don't necessarily have to do anything because the website does the work. You just have to imagine that website could be your storefront 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And if somebody buys anything from any of those categories we were discussing earlier, from $29.98 up to the $9.98, $9.85 mark, you'd make $5 to $200 on that transaction, US. Now, what's beautiful about that transaction is that item causes volume. And that volume triggers 7 other ways we make money. Okay, so it's not just a one-time transaction that pays you, it's based on the volume. And so why it was nice to have a professional hockey player as my guest speaker today, he knows what team means, right? He's on a team. And what we're going to do is establish a team program here where you can create volume from the team members you bring in. And all of these different categories here all have something connected to volume, okay? So let me just touch on a couple of things here. For example, what about a team building bonus? What does that sound like? Well, our packages have points attached to them, not just volume, but points. So if you were to buy what we call a home run hitter, you get 2 points. If you were to maybe have a customer buy a home run hitter and another person, like a member coming in to earn commissions with us, buy a home run hitter, that'd be 4 points. That's a share. And that share would be positioned for you to earn a percentage of the complete volume of the company. And that complete volume of the company might be $1 million. So 1% of that could be, whatever that is, divided by the amount of shares that everybody in the company earned. So it could be $20, it could be $300. And you could earn as many shares as you want. That's one category. Now, as I go a little bit further down, there's no point going into all of this, but folks, each one of these entry points trigger a different potential for you to earn. Now, I like to say get in where you fit in. People can start off at $29.98 and advance themselves all the way up to the top of our plan. That's the way our comp plan is designed. But what's really fascinating is that the volume doesn't flush out. As long as you're loyal to the company, you don't have to worry about all of this volume that's accumulated by your team members ever going away. So let me just touch on just a couple of summary points for you without getting into too much detail that the video will cover at a later date, I'm sure. Folks, here's the payout on those 6 packs that are going to be available. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, and $200. So if somebody says to you, I'm a collector, I'd like 3 of those categories because I want to be a superstar collector. They buy baseball, hockey, and football. You just made $200 off of their website purchase. You don't deliver it. The company sends them the pack. But here's the best part about that superstar pack. Dave's putting in an additional bonus pack with that for everybody that buys those 3 categories as a superstar. And that bonus pack, he's saying, he'll have some magical collectibles in there that could be, surprise, surprise, Willy Wonka just showed up in your doorstep. So we're excited about the different payouts there. But notice the volume on the right-hand side there. All of those volume start helping you build teams. And if you think about team building in your bit, oh, hang on, I just lost my screen. There it is. It's coming back here. Bear with me. If you think about team building, the most important to think about team building is you're in this to win, but you're also in this to help everybody else win. So our compensation plan is called a coaching plan. So what we do is we say, hey, if you have a person that starts doing really well and you want to help them, we'll pay you a matching check on what they earn, like an override. Now, in network marketing, there's something called residual income. And let me just explain that to those of you that have never been around this industry before. If you were to write a record or start a book or start a movie or sing a song and it's played over and over and over again, a little piece of that gets paid out as a royalty. That's residual income. In the network space, if you bring in 5 or 6 or 8 people that actually start sharing their website and those people start buying things from that website, you're going to get what's called residual income because you're going to get percentages of what they're earning and points from their sales and volume. And that's the beautiful thing about this industry is you're not alone. We will teach you the concept of what 200 BV on one side means to you and what 100 business volume means on the other side to you. It's just 2 teams. That's all you're building is 2 teams, not 10 or 20. And every part of this is explained in the comp plan when you get it and the videos. So you don't have to understand it out of the gate. In fact, I wouldn't even try to learn it. I would just say, hey, I'm going to just let the company do what they do, which is they make sure you get paid. And you could earn in our plan up to 100,000 US per week by building 2 very good teams. And those teams could be anywhere in the world that we're going to be doing business in. So, the last part of this comp plan, before I get too into detail about it, and I'm going to open it up to some questions, is we will be giving lifestyle bonuses here, which is car allowances in some other companies up to $3,000 per month. for you hitting certain levels in the company. But we also want you to make money off of every retail transaction, not just the $5 to the $200, but we're calling this a unilevel weekly payout. And what happens here is that as the company sells something through your team, so your friends brings in somebody who sells something, this dollar figure right here of $225 down to $6 for the starter pack goes into a pool, and the company will pay a percentage of that to you, depending on the level that person happens to be on. And this can go infinitely in your team. But the beautiful thing is, imagine that every month somebody buys something, you can make 5% off of their purchase, as well as the volume generated to pay you what's called a dual team commission. And then every person earns something, right? In a dual team commission. Once you understand the comp plan, there's the matching check percentages, 20%. So if somebody used to make $300 next week, you'd make 20% of that, which would be $60 just for helping them and coaching them and teaching them our business. That's it. It's that simple. So, to kind of go into it in a nutshell, this company is based on a simple concept, which is to have everybody have a chance to succeed, not just the people at the top. So our plan is designed for $29 entry points. And our plan is also designed for somebody to be a collector called a superstar. But the beautiful thing is you don't have to buy anything every month if you don't want to, but if you want to participate in our comp plan and you want to make a membership chance to make money, it's a $9.98 membership every year. That's it. And you then have access to our entire system, which is going to be a system that is designed and constantly evolving into a program that makes this so easy for all of you to understand. Now, tonight, I wanted to summarize it with Jayce a little bit for all of you to see what we were doing. We've got a great group here tonight. I have recorded this, but I'd like to just open it up to a couple of questions if I could. Keep it paused. I'm just going to mute you here, buddy. Hang on. Oh, I got you muted. Let's see if anybody can come off mute one at a time here that would like to ask a question that I can maybe highlight tonight on some of the things I've said. Go right ahead. Jimmy, I see you there. Have you got any questions? Go right ahead, anybody. Jayce, I know you're new to the program here and you're excited. Do you have a question from what you heard tonight? Because I know you haven't seen a lot of the other side of it, and you were on as a guest at the beginning. Do you have something you'd like to ask me while you got a chance?
Yeah, I just think, obviously, with the 8 categories you have right now, I can just personally think of, a few other categories. Are you guys going to be looking to expand the categories?
Yeah.
Going forward, we're
going to have.
Yeah.
Our next ones is going to be coins.
Okay.
He's got millions and millions of coins. He's ramping that up right now. He's planning on having soccer at some point in that category very soon. And then the toy category on itself will be available. And specifically some of the Disney type ones that you're going to like to bring out, like the Star Wars and things like that will be available as a category. The vinyl record category will be one of them. He's actually going to go as far as bringing on a classic car category eventually, where he's going to acquire classic cars, put them on the website. And you guys will be able to share those things. And if they buy from your website, you'll get commission and your team will get paid in your unilevel plan. Folks, there's another part of this pay plan that we didn't touch on tonight. I just want to share with you. If you have a great collection that could be acquired by Dave, it's a finder's fee. That's another category that some of the people on Zoom have done already. He's got another category, which is going to be, go and find a buyer for my $1 million items, which he's going to be putting on our website for all of you to see. He's got multi-million-dollar cards. He's got signed autographs from all of the presidents. All these things are going to be available. I won't go into specifics, but there is professional athletes doing things with Dave right now that are going to bring some of their history to our website and let us sell it, and commissions will be paid. So it's not just the $29 item. It will be $1 million items eventually, $100,000 vehicles. But to start with, our categories are going to be the 7 that we've launched with, and then the 8th, and then the 10th, and then the 15th, and then the 20th. So yes, we're going to be having a lot of different categories.
Thanks. And then, one other 2-part question. The other one was, you guys are selling like packages, obviously, right now, which is I see the value behind it. Even if you do get something in a package that, maybe you weren't looking for, you could also still sell it and then, put that money towards something else, right?
Right.
But are you looking to sell individual items on the website as well, where like people could earn a commission on, like, say I have a buddy and he's like, hey man, I've got this, rare card I've been looking to sell somewhere, what a good spot to sell it is, bring it to the site sort of thing. Is that going to be an option?
Yeah. So that's more of an eBay type of scenario where you would bring
Yeah.
it to our site. So we're not doing that kind of an auction site, but once you go and look at our Facebook group, the video of the tour that we did, get your head around the fact that he's got so many cards. It's unbelievable. And so many of the items and the dolls and Barbie dolls and so on. So an individual Barbie doll will be on the site somebody could buy. Like Connor McDavid rookie cards on eBay are about $130 and going up. That card will be on there for $119. And so somebody says, hey, I just want that card. Well, you'll get paid, $20 when they buy that card. But the volume will go into your team, and that's what will trigger the rest of our compensation plan. So it's not just that one transaction when it comes to our business. It's a multiple transaction connected to the volume that each of those purchases generate. So that part of the comp plan is so much about you just letting your mind know that the company does it all for you. You just got to just know that the basics are there for you to understand. Hey, if I point, click, and share, somebody buys from the website, I get paid. Then the volume goes into my left team or my right team. As soon as the volume reaches 200 on one side and 100 on the other, I get a $20 bill commission. Now, if my other team members do the same thing, I get a matching check on what they're earning. And that's what the plan does. It's all about team and coaching and helping people understand that you're not in this alone. And we're not expecting you to be a direct salesperson door to door. We're just saying point, click, and share your website and watch what happens when people find what they want on our site. So more to come on that as we launch. You'll see items on there that I'm not showing you yet. Like you can see Elvis cards that are signed. You can see Kiss, the band Kiss, the memorabilia on there. He's going to have rock, country music things on there. Tiger Woods, he's got 1 million Tiger Woods cards from Tiger Tales and things like that. They're all going to be on our site eventually. So golf is going to be a category as well, for example. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Any other questions? Go ahead. Come off Zoom. Yep. Come on. Don't be shy. We've got.
I have a question.
Yes, please. And who are you?
Yes. Hi, I'm Philip. I'm from Arizona, currently in Costa Rica. But I might have missed it. Sorry, I was kind of halfway listening to the call. But I wanted to ask the $29.98, which is obviously not for the launch. I'm going to join ASAP at least the 200 one. But the $29.98 when it is launched, are they actually is it including product, or is it just like the monthly membership to be an affiliate?
Yes. Great question. It does include the product. Yes. In fact, Dave said to me today, I believe that the $29.98 Beanie Baby one will be 5 Beanie Babies, for example. And so products. It'll be like X number of comic books. It'll be X number of and he's gonna do this in a way that you're gonna get graded items. So his authenticators are grading some of the sports cards, and they may not be a 10, they may be a 9, they may be an 8. So that means they're easily worth $29. If it was a 10, it'd be 100 or 200. So some of the graded cards that'll be 7s will be in the $29.98 category, right?
Perfect. And then this is sorry to cut you off, but I was just thinking about my international friends. Well, they probably gonna have to pay a little bit of shipping for that, right?
Oh, yes. It'll be, there's shipping and handling. Some areas that may be a little bit cautious for having a signature signed to pick it up will be offered on the shipping, where you have to pay a little bit more to make sure there's a signature required. So, because they're theft, right? These are collectibles.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. We got time for a couple more questions. Go. Anybody else?
Yeah, hi, Don. This is Katie. I had a question about that yearly fees, that $9.98. What is that fee for again, sir?
Yeah, so that's a membership fee. It's like a Costco membership fee. Ours is our $9.98 to collect direct authentication fee. The $9.98 gives you access to have a website link that you can share around the world to get paid. The membership fee lets you participate in our compensation plan. The membership fee lets you use our app that's going to be launched, and our app will allow you to send out videos and the compensation plan and stories and sharing things from your telephone. So all of that's going to be included in your $9.98 annual fee, $9.
Okay, so yeah, so the yearly 98 fee is every year, and you only this is this also like the website? You get the website, the app, and all the
Yes.
information. Okay,
Yes.
but that okay.
So
All
some of the
right.
things that I was showing you tonight and those images, you're going to have those with your name attached to them. Right on the top, it's going to say you've reached Katie's website, and the person buys from it, you get paid. And so that $9.98 lets you get that website and gives you the back office to see your team.
Oh,
So your team is going to be all kept inside that back office, but no, you don't have to do anything. It's all done for you. Your team gets paid by the company. Everything's shipped by the company. All you need to do is point, click, and share and have fun. That's our model.
okay. And then one more question, Don, because I know we're pressing for time. So all of these different levels, whatever level you can afford to come in, it's going to give you all your product,
Yes.
all your information about these categories that you choose.
Yes. Yes. So if you pick, for example, out of the 7, which maybe you like football, maybe you like basketball, maybe you like hockey, maybe you like Beanie Babies, you're going to get Beanie Babies if you're Beanie Babies collection. And that's yours. Then, like Chase said, you could sell those right away if you wanted it at a market or online or whatever and get your money back. But now you're a member at a level, and those levels that you're buying in at, without going into details, allow you to participate in our compensation plan, parts of it. So first part of it, you'll get 1 level if you're a $29 person. If you were to get a $59 item, you get 2 levels. If you were to get $119 items, you can get paid on 3 levels. So you'll see that as you get the bigger packages, you can earn more money and have more opportunity to earn quicker. So some people will say, hey, I'm buying that superstar pack because I want to maximize out of the gate every bit of my time. This much money, I want to make sure I get paid the most. So it's your choice, right? Get in where you fit in.
Okay, and then we get trained on all of this, right? All this information on how to, present this information to people who are interested in either becoming a actual, affiliate or a person who wants to just sell directly to the actual collectible buyers.
Yeah, sure. That's right. So all of that training information will come on these types of Zooms once we launch, where we're doing an actual training on team building. Well, Rick Geralds is a comp plan expert. He'll do a training on the compensation plan, and there'll be how to handle objection trainings. Now, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of objections in the collectible space because people just want this stuff. So you'll have a lot of fun once you get a head around it. But excellent questions on your part. So it's a one-time purchase, whatever pack you buy. And then you can buy your monthly, whatever you want to keep qualified. That's totally up to you.
Okay. Thank you, Don. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Hey, this is good, guys. I know this is the kind of stuff we should do. So if there's a more question, I don't have to go anywhere yet. So go ahead. Anybody else got a question?
Hey, hi, Don. It's Todd.
Yes.
The auto ship, so you start at $29 if you come in at that level. So is your auto ship going to be the $29 per month? And as you go up, does the auto ship prices change?
Yeah, so the maximum amount of monthly qualifying orders would be $119 for an item, and that would be an actual item. It could be like I said, a Wayne Gretzky card, or it could be a LeBron James item. It could be whatever value is $119. It would be for a superstar pack. So if you were to buy a team builder, the qualifier is $119. If you were to buy a home run hitter, which is $500, it's $119. The superstar, it's $119. So the maximum amount of money is $119. But folks, everybody's still here, and I want to tell you one of the best parts of our plan that I missed a little earlier. You can qualify just by your customers. So if your customers are buying from our website, that counts right there. That counts right there as volume for you to be qualified. So if you have 80 business volume from purchases from your customers, you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. So it keeps track of your traffic on your customers, and it qualifies you. So it's not about buying stuff every month, but you could, if you're a collector and you want to accumulate a time capsule like I do, stuff that you keep right now, 10 years from now, I'm sorry, it could be worth, take a guess. I've seen it myself. A card that I bought for my kid when he was 7 is, I went to the same store I bought it from. It's worth $3,800 and I paid $150 when he was 7. He's 24 now. I never bought it for him for that to be worth more, but that's the collectible space. So for what I would recommend all of you to do is whenever you start, keep your stuff in a safe place and just hand it to your grandkids one day. I mean, come on, this is like treasure chest stuff. That's what's fun about this business, you know? So Todd, I hope I answered your question. I hope I did. Did I?
Yes, Don, thanks very much.
Okay, perfect. Good. Anybody else? Let's keep going here. This is good, guys. Anybody else? Comp plan question? Anything about shipping? No.
Don, I've got a question because you mentioned in previous calls before, you haven't mentioned it today, because when I've been speaking to people, part of what I've been sharing with them is the excitement that I've got sons and they're really hard to buy for. So you were planning, or you've mentioned before, of having birthday gifts and having gift packs to be able to purchase, and that can be part of like what you're buying as well.
Right.
And that's really exciting. Even just talking about that part, being able to find a 38-year-old son something, and he loves basketball. He loves the Lakers, and one loves the one of the other teams, so the Bulls. So it's what's happening with that?
Yeah. So after lunch, going towards the end of the year into the holiday season, Gabe's always had this philosophy he calls it flowers by us, but it'll be collectibles by us, and you'll be able to ship these gifts of some sort to the person that you know would love something of those categories, and they'll get it with a card in there, and it'll just be blow their socks off, because it's like, what do you buy for the person that has everything, right? And so that's the advantage of us shipping gifts to people. In fact, I'll just say this, the network marketing industry normally goes down and slows down in November, December. We know our numbers are going to go up in November, December, because we're going to be shipping so many gifts around the world with our program. So thanks for reminding me, Jackie. That's a great point. It's a powerful part of our plan as well, where you'll buy a package and send it to somebody as a gift. Good. And get paid while you're doing that, right? Because it generates volume. Perfect. Okay, we got time for one more question. I see it's 9:49 here. One more question. Anybody else? Perfect. I think we got a lot covered tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I know there's a couple of questions in here. Can you change your level each month? Your level each month is based on your rank. So if you go to the superstar level, your level is 119. If you start at a home run hitter, your level is 119. If you start at the $59 level, your level is going to be 29 per month that you would buy. So all of those things are in the comp plan, easy to explain when you see them. Let me just go quickly up. If there's another question here I can answer while we're still online here. Will there individual items be for sale if people do not want to buy a package or the $29.98? Yes, there'll be individual items random throughout our website that you can point, click, and share. And if somebody buys that, you'll get a pay for that purchase. That's another question. Did you have photos of the warehouse or trucks of the items? Go to your Facebook group. If you're not on it now, join Collect Direct. And there's tons of information on our warehouse and video of our warehouse tours that we've done. So folks, this is the kind of information we want to share with all of you on a weekly basis, have a guest and give you more. I can't say that this is launching tomorrow. It could. I can tell you that we're close. I just know that Dave is determined to have this up and running in May for all of you with the first 3 packs, $279, $549, and $985. Get in where you fit in. After that, we'll launch the $29, $59, and $119 for your customers to purchase in the month of June and on. So folks, this has been an awesome presentation, not by me, by all of you and your questions. So let me just take the recording off. And if you want to stay on, we'll answer some more questions. Thanks for joining me here from New York with Don Carson.